this school project, we had to make a bucket list of the things we want to do and places we want to visit before we die. The first thing on my bucket list is to go bungee jumping. The legend says that bungee jumping first appeared on Pentecost Island in the South Pacific. It can be done from a bridge, building, or natural structure. There is a 1 in 500,000 chance of being killed in a bungee jump. There is a higher likelihood of death when you drive at speeds of more than 100 miles per hour. The world's highest commercial bungee jump location is at the Makua Tower in China. The jump is 764 feet high. The first bungee jump was off the Clifton Suspension Bridge in England in 1978. Bungee cords are rubber inside and either nylon cotton on the outside. Statistically, bungee jumping is one of the safest exports. The second thing on my bucket list is to visit Paris. Paris is the capital of France, which is the largest country in Europe. It is the most visited city in the world capital city of fashion and shopping. The Eiffel Tower, the symbol of Paris, and the best-known landmark in Europe is located there. The Louvre Museum is located in the heart of Paris. It is one of the largest and most important museums in the world. It houses the Mona Lisa. Champs-Élysées is an avenue that is 1,910 meters long and 70 meters wide. Famous French brands are located in the stores there. Notre Dame is the cradle of Paris and is the most religious center of the city. It has many large windows, 28 statues of Judean kings, and the famous gargoyles and grotesques. The next thing I'd like to do is to go scuba diving. Scuba stands for self-contained underwater breathing apparatus. The term scuba originated from World War II. It was used to describe Navy divers who used oxygen rebreathers to attack enemy ships from underwater. To scuba dive, you need a tank filled with compressed breathing gas, a scuba regulator, a scuba mask, a snorkel, and fins. You do not need to have a scuba certification to scuba dive, but you need to have proper training before you attempt to breathe underwater. The recreational diving limit is 130 feet. Most of the deaths in scuba diving aren't from equipment failure, but from inadequate training. As you get deeper in the water, the light cannot penetrate through the water. Because of refraction, objects underwater appear to be 25% closer and 33% larger than what it really is. You will lose body heat 25 times faster in the water than you do in air due to the fact that water is a better conductor of heat. Your brain does not have time to process sound, so you cannot distinguish where sound comes from or the direction it originated. The fourth thing I'd like to do is to go skydiving. Approximately 2 million people skydive each year. The average number of deaths is 35 people per year, which is less than 1% of the jumps taking place. There is no age limit, but you have to be in good health. The youngest skydiver was 4 years old, and the oldest skydiver was 100. The highest parachute jump occurred in August 1960 by Captain Kinniger from 102,800 feet. His free-fall lasted 4 minutes and at the speed of 715 miles per hour. Skydiving involves 3 phases of activity: the free fall, the descent with an open parachute, and the landing. Skydiving is safer than taking a ride in a train. The next thing on my bucket list is to eat food in Italy. The cuisine of Italy has been influenced by the changes that have taken place in the world through the passage of time. The Italians even have a cookbook dating back to the 1st century BC, which shows how important a place food has had in society. Each region of Italy has its own regional food specialties. Milan is famous for risotto, tortellini is famous for bologna, and pizza originated from Naples. There are 2 types of pizza: the Neapolitan, which is thick and resembles a flatbread, and the Roman pizza, which is much thinner and crustier. There is red and white pizzas. Red pizza being with sauce, and white pizza, called focaccia, has no sauce but is topped with other ingredients. Each shape of pasta is matched up with a different sauce due to the shape's ability to hold a specific sauce. The next thing I'd like to do is to vacation in Fiji. Fiji is an island nation in Melanesia in the South Pacific Ocean. It is made up of more than 300 islands. Fiji beaches have white sand, warm crystal clear water, coral reefs, and many different types of exotic fish. It is an ideal place for snorkeling, diving, swimming, and any other type of water activity. The Fiji beaches are ranked as some of the most breathtaking in the world. There are various tours in Fiji that will let you go out to the ocean to swim with the dolphins in their natural habitat. The Lamanji has 2 pods of non-migrating spinner dolphins that make their home around the area and are used to being around guests. The Takalana Resort also offers a tour that allows visitors to be with dolphins out in the ocean, though instead of actually swimming, you are tied to a boat and dragged through the water next to the animals. The next thing I'd like to do is to see the ball drop in Times Square on New Year's Eve. The first New Year's Eve ball drop celebration was in 1907. The ball has been dropped every single year except for 1942 and 1943 due to the wartime blackouts. The first ball was made out of iron and wood and weighed 700 pounds with over 100 light bulbs on it. The ball is a geodesic sphere, 12 feet in diameter and weighs 11,875 pounds. Not only is this a celebration, but a tradition. We celebrate the farewell departing year and our excitement, joy, and hope for the new year ahead. The next thing on my bucket list is to go to Hawaii. It is the most recent of the 50 U.S. states. It is the only U.S. state made up of entirely of islands. There is winter, which is warm, and summer, which is warmer. Temperatures are hottest from July through September, when daytime's high will be at or near 90 degrees. Even in winter, the daytime temperatures are usually in the 80s. The coldest months are in February and March, with nighttime lows near 60 degrees. Lanai Beach is considered by many locals to be the best swimming beach in Hawaii. It is translated to Heavenly Sea. It lives up to the name with its clear waters, clean, wide beaches, and swaying coconut palm trees. Surfing, or hinalu in Hawaiian, is often called the sport of kings. Hawaii is the birthplace of big wave surfing. Big wave season in Hawaii happens roughly between November and February on Hawaii's north shores. You can take lessons on almost every island. Lessons take 1 to 2 hours and are taught by experienced surfers. Waikiki Beach is one of the best spots in Hawaii to learn to surf. The next thing on my bucket list is to go to a Super Bowl game that the Green Bay Packers are in. The Super Bowl was originally known as the AFL-NFL World Championship game. Green Bay of the NFL easily won the first 2 Super Bowls. The Green Bay Packers have won more championships than any other team in National Football League history. Michigan became the first cold-weather state to host a Super Bowl in 1982. 3,581,385 people have attended Super Bowl games. The Vince Lombardi Trophy stands 20.7 inches tall, weighs 107.3 ounces, and is valued at $25,000. Super Bowl 2013 tickets cost around $1,200. The first Super Bowl in 1967 didn't even sell out, with an average ticket price of $12. The last thing on my bucket list is to go cliff diving. It is one of the most dangerous and adventurous sports in the world. It started as a loyalty test for a Hawaiian king in the 1700s. It morphed into a sanctioned world-class activity that attracts the most aerobic, thrill-seeking athletes in the world. Cliff divers stare death in the face before every dive. Each leap is carefully calculated but still possesses the threat of serious injury or even death. The danger associated with the sport has even earned it the nickname of tombstoning. Cliff divers are highly trained divers. Control of both body and mind is essential when cliff diving. Cliff divers who are highly trained know to check out sites carefully before making a dive, by checking the wave action, the height of the cliff, where one will dive, the depth of the water, the rocks and other obstacles on the side of the cliff and underwater, and checking with locals is very highly advised.